What are these three guys up to?
Oh, hi, Kurt.
Oh, yes, honey. Hey, hold on my clothes, okay?
Funny guys.
Coming to you from a basement studio somewhere down under. It's the 80s show with Australia's Retro Man. On tonight's show, Retro Man does an 80s retrospective on the film and television career of Mr. Johnny Depp. Well, what are we waiting for? Lights, camera, Retro Man! G'day viewers, Retro Man here, and welcome to the 80s show. Now, as you all know, Johnny Depp has been in the headlines recently due to his defamation case between him and his ex-wife Amber Heard. Now, this is the 80s show, of course, so we're not going to dwell on the intricacies of that case. We're going to cast our attention to a more simplistic, innocent time before iPhones, texting and social media, when young Johnny was on the fringes of stardom, hanging out in Hollywood, looking for the odd film and television role. And as it goes, Johnny's first film role was a special one. He managed to snag a spot in the cast of A Nightmare on Elm Street in 1984, the film that would launch the franchise and the character Freddy Krueger that frightened kids all across America and the rest of the world. So Johnny was in that. He was part of the ensemble that consisted of Heather Langenkamp and another young guy by the name of Nick Corey.
There's something out there, isn't there?
I didn't hear anything.
Well, I heard something.
Now, before Johnny could bask in the success of A Nightmare on Elm Street, he was quickly ushered into a teen sex comedy called Private Resort in 1985, which co-starred Rob Morrow. I'm sure you've heard of him. He was once on the TV series Northern Exposure. So we've got Johnny and Rob, two young guys hanging out at a resort at Key Largo in Florida trying to pick up chicks. It's a very madcap comedy.
That's his sister. She's sick. So, thanks for everything. You've been really wonderful. Why don't you come back when you have more time? You're very cute.
Oh.
Now, Private Resort, of course, is not considered high art. In fact, Johnny would probably prefer to scratch it off his filmography. But at the end of the day, it's a very light-hearted teen sex comedy with some nice tunes and some great little performances by an eclectic supporting cast, including veteran Dodie Goodman, Leslie Easterbrook's in it from Police Academy, and we also have Hector Elizondo as the maestro. I'm sure you remember him from Pretty Woman. In this film, he has an hilarious moment where Johnny and Rob attempt to give him a haircut, and chaos ensues, and Johnny and Rob are on foot, running for their lives through the resort with Hector after them at full tilt. It's the sort of film that bounces from one chaotic set piece to the next, and we even get comedian Andrew Dice Clay in this one as a very hairy hustler who the boys encounter at one point when Dice tries to pick up a chick. But it's a fun little film, and after that, Johnny happened to snag another small role in a TV series called Lady Blue. That was a cop series starring the actress Jamie Rose, and Johnny starred in the episode Beasts of Prey.
You know, Lionel, you've got every characteristic of a puppy dog, especially loyalty. I like that about you, little brother.
Next for Johnny was a small role in the 1986 TV movie Slow Burn that starred Beverly D'Angelo and Eric Roberts. Definitely check that out if you want to see a youthful Johnny.
Oh, this is Mr. Ash, but You know that, of course. He teaches you ethics, right?
Ethics? What are ethics?
You're not doing your job very well, are you?
You've got a point.
A pleasure, Mr. Ash.
Pleasure, Mr. Ash.
Slow Burn was a rather forgettable attempt to bring back film noir stylings to the 80s, and Johnny looks okay in that one, and Johnny's role is fairly flimsy, but it's an opportunity to see him with short cropped hair. Johnny certainly moved up the ranks with his next film in 1986 when he secured a part in Oliver Stone's war drama Platoon. Unfortunately though, due to the editing process, a lot of Depp scenes were cut out. Nevertheless, he's in there, look fast and you'll spot him. Johnny may not have been in Platoon much, but it was certainly an experience he cherished, being in such a big production and a film that eventually went on to win Best Picture. What a shame his scenes were cut down. Next for Johnny was another spot in a TV series in 1987 called Hotel. This series was headlined by James Brolin, and the episode that Johnny appeared in was called Unfinished Business. So after being in and out of films for a couple of years, Johnny was waiting for that special role. And then all of a sudden in 1987 it came along. Yes, Johnny secured the role of Officer Tom Hansen in 21 Jump Street. A series that would explode on TV screens from 1987 to 1990, and Johnny appeared in 82 episodes, making him a bona fide pin-up boy in teen magazines right across America.
And his rep ought to carry you for a while.
For a while, what happens then?
Then you got to prove yourself, homeboy.
Oh.
Well, there we have it, a quick film and TV retrospective on Johnny Depp's 80s career. And now it's over to you guys to tell us what's your favourite Johnny Depp performance from the 80s. Were you a fan of his on 21 Jump Street? Maybe you're a fan of this fun film here, Private Resort. And of course, I'm sure there are many Nightmare on Elm Street fans. That's this one here. 21 Jump Street, Nightmare on Elm Street, Private Resort. Tell us what you think about Johnny Depp's early film career. I'm sure there's plenty of fans out there who remember these early days.
I'll kill you! I've had enough.
Is there a problem here?
No.
You little punks! You set me up! Go! Get him!
Come back here! Creep! I hate you!
Johnny's certainly going through a difficult time at the moment, but it's always fun to reflect on brighter moments, especially in the 80s. So there you have it. Thanks for watching the show. This is Retro Man, living the dream, 80s style. Stay gold. Thanks for watching. Retro Man will return faster than a boomerang and slicker than Johnny Depp in 21 Jump Street. So, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and make the 80s show your destination on YouTube. Good night, viewers.